Okay, 2 years ago, Rose wins. You're there. You meet Tiger the next day. But in between that, I heard you got locked in at Augusta National. So what happened?
Yes, we did. I was kind of having fun in the moment. I was soaking it in. I wasn't too worried about leaving.
Just sleep in a bunker or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought we could make a night
I wouldn't
out of
even
it.
know who to call in that situation.
Yeah, who does one call?
The pro shop?
Rachel, Lottie, Megha, and Kiara, welcome to The Scoop. We're here at the Augusta National Women's Am, and we've got our Georgia Peach ice cream sandwiches, and I've got a bunch of questions for all of you guys. So Rachel, we'll start with you. I'm gonna read this because you have a lot of things you've done in the last year. You've won a second national championship, graduated from Stanford, you took a job in private equity, and finished at the top of your class at the Defense Information School while you serve as a public affairs officer in the Air Force Reserve. Have you played any golf lately, and what are your expectations this week?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, between all of that, I have not played golf. I played one full round of golf. I played 9 holes twice, and 1 corporate scramble, and that's it. So expectations are not high for the week. It's really fun though to just go into a tournament with a different perspective than I've had before. Just no weight on my shoulders. Like, this is something I really just get to do. I get to take PTO and tell my boss I'm going to Augusta. So it just feels a lot different than before, and I couldn't be more excited.
What did your boss think of that?
Oh, he's the best. His name's Tony. Shout out Tony. He was like, I mean, they just think it's sick. They were asking a few months ago if I had heard of this tournament and never played in it. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm actually going to go this year. And they're like, oh, you're going to go watch? I was like, oh, like, they're actually still going to let me, like, pick up the sticks and play again. But so they're just pumped. They're excited to watch. They've been blowing up our team's group chat saying good luck and everything. So they're awesome, super supportive.
That's great. Lottie, not many people will play Augusta. Even fewer will win there. What did it feel like to win in such dramatic fashion, if you can explain to kind of a normal person what that's like?
I mean, I think it's pretty hard to explain. Like, you know, you've watched something on TV and you've watched a course on TV, and then like you're playing it and it's like pinch me moments. Like, you're like, oh, hitting, even if you hit a bad shot, you're just like, you're playing it and you're like, this is so cool. And then to hold that putt on 18 and just everyone go crazy, it's definitely a moment I'll remember for a long time.
Awesome. Megha, can you take me through like a busy day in your life at Stanford University?
So like every day.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'll just give you like an average day. 'Cause
Love
every
it.
day is a little different. But let's say, okay, workouts, 7 to 8 a.m. So waking up at like 6:20 probably. And then I have class from like 9 a.m. to like 2:30 or maybe like 2. With like some breaks in between, so like 10-minute breaks.
Oh my God, you're like running.
And then I have practice from like, I'll practice for probably like 3 hours every day on average. So I'll squeeze that in somewhere, whether it's morning or afternoon. And then all good, no one saw it.
Keep going.
And then, this is a nice sweater too. I kind of feel I'm a little worried for it.
You can wash it.
Conscious of the white.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll finish up like right around when sunset is, and then I'll just do homework and study and stuff. Some days I don't like do any work at all, and then some days I'll do like just skip golf and study for like 4 or 5 hours, which Rachel can attest to. Yeah.
My senior year.
Yeah.
But
But I'm pretty much done with my major now, which is very exciting. So my senior year, I'm trying to take a lot of theater classes,
Cool.
which I used to do a lot of theater in like middle school, high school. So no, why are you laughing? It's a passion of mine. No, like just acting classes or like, you know, different drama classes. I've been in a bunch
was
of
Annie.
musicals.
Were you?
I was not Annie.
where did I get that from?
I don't know where you got that from. Literally, I've probably watched Annie once. Like, that's just untrue. You've told people I was Annie.
It's like your fun fact in your bio. Were you
No,
in
it's not
Annie?
true.
Were you
What?
not
Were
in
you
Annie?
No.
What were you in? You were what were you in?
I was in some, not Annie.
But you're taking the classes?
Yeah,
What is
I'm
your
going
major?
to. I'm an STS major, which is Science Technology Society, and then I'm on a data science track.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are all so smart.
Well,
Yeah.
haven't asked them.
Kiara, who was on your bag this week?
My sister.
What's that like, and what's your relationship like?
We're really close. She played at Pepperdine and graduated this last spring, and she joined the Ducks to be our grad assistant this year. So she's been helping out a lot, and our assistant coach is having a baby, so she's kind of traveling like every tournament this spring. So
How do you think you'll work well together?
yeah, I think she really understands like the player I am. I mean, we grew up playing golf together. She started when she was like 8 or 9, and I started when I was like 6. So I kind of like learned based off of her. So she's kind of seen me play golf like all growing up. So she knows the way I am and just the kind of mindset I like to have out there. So I think it'll be really good.
That's awesome. All right, back to you, Rachel. This is your 4th start in this event. What does it feel like to be
It's
making
her 5th.
5th?
No, I don't think so. So
Oh,
I've been
okay.
saying 5. Okay, so I was not nanny.
I was just looking out for you. I thought it was
I
5.
appreciate that.
Okay, fact check before we
Yeah, I
jump
know.
into this.
I was trying to think about it today. I think it is the 4th. Because I was looking at the post, the Stanford post, it said 5th. Said that for a few days.
So not being able to remember is such a flex. It's like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a high number. Okay, regardless, you've been here a lot. What does it feel like to be making your return here?
I really couldn't be more excited. I thought for sure last year was going to be my final year. Just, deciding not to go pro, and I knew I'd have to have a really good spring to be back, and didn't really think that would happen given I hadn't really played much that winter with injuries. But, I mean, I'm just so grateful to be back. This just feels like a total bonus year in every way.
That's great. All right, Lottie, can you take me through the rest of your evening after winning last year? And then how did you celebrate?
So my parents were here, and my nan was also actually here, and my aunt, which was really cool. So they came over from England as well. So we just went for dinner. Actually, like I think we got back to the hotel quite late after like all media and stuff. And there's like this Mexican place literally like opposite the hotel. So I think we just went to that, and that was about it. Really, wasn't too extravagant.
Anything that following week?
So I stayed the next day. I got to like present at like the drive chipping part and stuff like that, which was really cool. And then went back to Florida State to go to class because I hadn't been to class in so long. And then I was going to play the Chevron the next week, so I kind of had to just do some work.
Did everybody at school know that you had just won this massive event, or not really?
Yeah, a few people did. It was like random. Like I don't think anyone really knew in my classes that like I was like a golfer or anything. And then they'd be like looking at me weirdly, and I'll be like, "Did you do something?" And I was like, "I don't know." Like,
Did
yeah.
you do something?
And they were like, "Oh, are you Lottie?" And I'm like, "Yeah." That was about it.
All right, Megha, I'm also reading this because you've got a lot of stuff you've done at Augusta. 4 times finalist for drive, chip, and putt.
Stop laughing.
This is your 5th time playing in this event. So you're kind of a veteran. What was your first experience here like, and maybe something you remember from that week?
Okay, the only thing I remember from my first trip was when I was 11, and I was on the plane on a connecting flight from Charlotte to Augusta, and at the time, which was 2014, Martin Keimer had just won the U.S. Open, and he was on my flight, and I was freaking out because he had just won the U.S. Open, or it was 2015, he'd won in 2014. And then he gave me a box of balls, and he was like, "I'm gonna come watch you tomorrow." And I was like, "No, he's not gonna come watch me." And then he came watch me. So yeah, and then I hit both my drives out of bounds when he said, "Come watch me."
And you're 21. So
But he gave me special tees to use, and they were like not special at all, but it's okay.
They felt special?
They felt special.
So you've been playing almost half your life in the, right?
I've been here every year but one for spring break since I was 11.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. All right, Kiara. Yeah, that's crazy. What is the support like from your college team this week? Do they do a send-off? What are they doing this week for you?
So my freshman is also playing in this tournament, so that's pretty cool. But when I was departing from them in the airport, they started like screaming and just like yelling in the airport, and so many people were looking at us, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're the sweetest. No, I love them. They're so funny.
What's your relationship like with the freshman who's playing? What's she like?
I feel like we have like very similar games. Like she hits it probably the same as me, like drive-wise, and yeah, we just kind of like inspire each other out there. Like, it's not like normal to see like a freshman inspiring older teammates, but like that's really how it is on our team. So it's pretty cool to see that out there.
That's great. Okay, 2 years ago, Rose wins. You're there. You meet Tiger the next day. But in between that, I heard you got locked in at Augusta National. So what happened?
Yes, we did. Yeah, Rose was kind enough to let me tag along for her little victory tour after the round and the next day, and we had so much fun. But yeah, so she finally got done with all. I mean, Lottie knows better than I do what you do after you win Augusta. But she was doing all of those things. We went to 12 and took pictures, and it was super special. They reopened the gift shop for us to just go crazy in there. I was like, Rose, you know, you should buy me a little something. Like, but yeah, and so then it came time to leave, and all the gates were closed. And it was just me, Rose, Kevin, Katie, just sitting there. We were calling people, but we were like, I don't know how many people have been like begging, like, get out of Augusta. So it's probably a unique experience.
So how'd you get out?
Some security guard eventually came. I don't know who Kevin was calling over there. I was kind of having fun in the moment. I was soaking it in. I wasn't too worried about leaving.
Just sleep in a bunker or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought we could make a night
I wouldn't
out of
even
it.
know who to call in that situation.
Who does one call? Like Fred Ridley? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But
Oh my gosh.
we made it out.
And then meeting Tiger, obviously I saw those photos like kind of went viral, but what was that moment like for you?
I mean, it was just unreal. It was coming off a time I'd had surgery a couple months ago and I was really, really down mentally. And it was a very last minute decision to go even watch Rose. And then we just had the best couple days. And I mean, she was so selfless. Like they asked her to stay an extra day. And she's like, I'm only staying if Rachel stays. She's just an angel. So, I mean, I think she knew that I'd really been struggling. So for her to bring me along with her, then to get to meet Tiger and Rory and everyone, I mean, it was just unreal. I left that week feeling totally rejuvenated.
That's awesome. All right, Lottie, returning this week as the defending champion, do you feel a sense of additional pressure or extra confidence? Just to people who like don't even play golf, what does it feel like to come in or at this high level, right?
Yeah, it's definitely different to last year. I think it's a bit of both. You know, there's definitely some extra pressure, but I also feel confident, you know, on these courses and kind of had the memories from last year that, you know, I can do it, and just feeling really comfortable about my game at the moment. So just trying to do my best, really.
Great. Okay, dual question. I heard you both recently turned 21.
Oh, you too? When was your birthday?
January
Oh, okay.
January what?
17th.
Oh, I'm the 6th. Let's hear it.
March 5th.
Okay. Oh, yours is like pretty recently.
recent. Mine was.
How did you guys each celebrate your 21st birthday?
We just went out with the team, really. That was about it. It was just. I think we were between tournaments hadn't started yet for me, like because in January. So we all just went out and. Yeah.
All right, Megha.
I had a birthday party with like, I was at Stanford, so it was in San Francisco with like all of my friends from school and my team, and it was really fun.
All right, we'll leave it at that. All right, Kiara, your second appearance here, just missed the cut last year. How motivated are you to come in this year?
No, I'm super excited. I'm really excited to see where my game takes me. I feel like I've been playing pretty good, so I got a lot of confidence going into it, but just really focusing on taking one shot at a time, not forcing anything and not looking at the leaderboard too much, and yeah, just focusing on my game out there.
Awesome. Okay, we're gonna move on to this brain freeze segment. We'll go this way this time. Favorite hole at Champions Retreat?
First hole, because I got to hit the first tee shot off last year.
Nice.
Yeah. Sorry, that wasn't very fast.
No, that's great. We love it.
Go hole 10. Usually things start out pretty good there.
That's a good one.
Hole 3. So pop over the water. That's
Oh.
quite a cool hole.
Interesting pick.
Wait, I think I'm going to go with that one too. I was going to say 9.
I liked it when they moved the tee up last year.
Yeah.
I had like
No,
8
yeah, that's
irons
true.
in. That was good.
Yeah, I was trying to think of other reachable par 5s. I'm going to go with 3 too. I was going to say 9 because it's like semi-reachable, a little long. But 3 when they move the tees up is fun.
Awesome. All right, favorite hole at Augusta?
13.
16.
18.
15.
Ooh, good variety. One word to describe this week.
Surreal.
Sorry, I know it's supposed to be quick. I don't like the.
It doesn't need
concept
to be
of
too quick because the
questions.
next ones you're gonna have to like think a little bit more. So
What are these supposed to be?
Special.
That was gonna be my word.
Exciting.
funny golf habit or superstition that you have.
I don't close my glove.
Ever.
No,
Interesting.
I don't know why.
All right.
There's, yeah,
When you hit,
yeah, it's just
does it
there.
not fall off? Or
No.
You've trained it.
Yeah.
I don't have any superstitions.
Okay.
I always use a number 4 golf ball.
So what happens when you like lose one?
Put on a different 4, but with a different
dot?
marking on it, so
I
that
see.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a lot of good ones either. I guess if I'm like playing well, I'll make a birdie with the ball, even if it's scuffed. I'm gonna like keep using it because I think it's working.
Or when you're wearing a jumper and you're playing well,
Oh,
you don't want to take it off.
Yes. Oh my God. I'll be like 80 degrees and I'll like stuck. Yes, until I make a bogey. There was
Yeah.
my very first freshman tournament I played at Stanford. I was a freshman. It was like 75 degrees and I was getting kind of warm. And Coach Walker was like, "What are you doing with all those layers on?" I was like, "I'm playing really well."
Yeah.
And so then on 18, I guess I was winning by 1. I was looking at the leaderboard and I went to take my vest off. She goes, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm kind of hot." She goes, "Keep it on."
I was kind of hot last year, and then I like birdie 15. I was like, oh, maybe I'll just keep it on. I just kept it on. I was like red.
A cool part of the Augusta National Women's Amateur experience that TV viewers don't know about.
I don't think they know about the dinner we get to do tomorrow. That was pretty cool. Like our first time,
Yeah.
like actually seeing Augusta this week is tomorrow.
And like, does Fred Ridley host it? I've seen photos from it before.
Yeah. Last
Okay.
year I sat next to him at the dinner.
No way. Hasn't like Niall Horan gone to that too?
Oh,
before?
yes.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, we did
Oh my
the
gosh.
show, didn't he?
Yeah, that was the year that Rose won.
Yeah.
I came in just in time for that. That's really why I win.
I think the night before the final round, we get to go to Berkman's place and they host a really nice like outdoorsy dinner. And then they play this hype video for the next day,
Yeah.
which is really sad if you're not playing the next day, but really cool if you are playing the next day.
It's at that
I've
new
been on both
place.
sides of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's at that new place. Is your map and flag?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm excited
yeah.
to see that.
All right.
Should be cool.
I feel like you've taken all the answers. Just that everyone gets to play Augusta, even if they miss
Oh, the
cut,
par
maybe?
3 course.
Oh,
Stop.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't redo the order.
That's my answer.
All right, so talk about the part 3.
We get to play the par 3 course, and it's awesome.
What day is that? Also Friday.
Also Friday. Yeah, I think last year was the first year we started getting to do that, which was really fun. It's fun to watch the par 3 contest on Wednesday. All the pros do, so it's fun to hit those same shots, so you really get like the full Augusta experience.
That's awesome. And then finally, something you've learned from or at this tournament.
I think the biggest thing I learned is to just stay calm, and like it's easy to stay calm, but like really just focus on what you're doing in the moment and not what happened in the past, because I think that kind of messed me up last year.
I think like over the years, like this tournament has always highlighted for me like how important strategy is, like course management. Like I know that's like a basic answer, but like I really never had that ingrained in my head until I started playing here, and the stakes were really high. So that's my biggest like area of growth.
I think just like staying patient. I feel like I definitely learned that last year, that there's definitely always some birdie opportunities somewhere, whether that be at the end of the round or somewhere else that you can get to if you're behind.
Yeah, I really like anything can happen at Champions Retreat. You're never too far inside the cut line or too far outside the cut line to make it. I've been on both sides of that, ending birdie to make it by 1, and then finishing double bogey to miss it by 1. So can't get too comfortable out there.
Especially if it's windy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much. This was so much fun, and good luck this week.
Thank you.
They're so melted.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You've like eaten a rat.
no, it's so fine.
Okay, ready?
All right.
I love it.
All right.
These are good. They're just kind of messy.
Right?
They are good.
Yeah, we'll do everything out.
I can just see you at the corner of my eye, just like eating around.
Because it was like, I didn't want it to like squeeze.
Scoop, we have 2 golden rules. 1, you need to have good ice cream. 2, you need to have a good outfit. And that's why I'm wearing Penguin. I've got the jacket, the sweater, and even a pair of pants. So we're ready to go.